I want to talk just a little bit more about what separates your introduction and your conclusion from the body of your paper as you're drafting, and certainly as you're drafting the first 2 pages. And this even applies to what can separate your introductory paragraph from the first 1 or 2 body paragraphs that you'll be including in your first 2 pages. Your introduction and your conclusion are all about framing, and then the body of your paper are all about the main ideas that help you get to your main overall argument, and then also examples that you use to help make those main ideas make sense. So when you think about writing your introduction, think about maybe using some quotes, but only quotes that will help give a flavor of the argument to your readers, not any quotes that you want to use as evidence to help support your points. In fact, if you can do it without quoting anybody, unless you're quoting somebody really prominent on a prominent issue, that introduction and conclusion will probably be stronger if it's all your own words and your own language. This is also the only place where you should potentially, if you're writing about a subject you have personal experience with, invoke yourself or use the first person. Keep the first person out of that body of your paper. The body of your paper is where you want to develop all of the main ideas that make your overall argument and thesis statement, which should exist in your introduction and conclusion, true. What do you need to prove to your readers? Then within those body paragraphs, after you made the point, the idea that you want to get across as the topic sentence of each paragraph, the rest of each paragraph should include quotes and evidence and research that help support your main idea. This is also where examples go. So if you think about the structure of your entire paper, your introduction, first and last paragraph, are their own special separate kind of thing where you're laying out the overall thesis, the overall argument, and then the kinds of things that will help set a tone for your readers and put them in the right place. In the middle, you're going to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, however many ideas you've got to get across, all of which will begin with just a statement of that idea, and then each of those paragraphs will be populated with the research that you use to get those main ideas across. All of those main ideas then should tie into the overall frame in your introduction and conclusion. Don't put evidence in that first or last paragraphs because you want your readers to dig through your argument and then get the best kind of and most complete presentation that they can of those ideas and the evidence and examples that make them true. In your first couple of pages, you're going to have one framing introductory paragraph, which is all about the big picture idea, not about individual evidence. And then you're going to have the first evidence piece, the first piece of the puzzle that goes together to make that main idea true. So they should look like different animals. Your first paragraph and your second paragraph shouldn't look like exactly the same kind of thing.